Good morning. So I wanted to come to y'all with a quick talk today, which basically involves divine timing. And with that being said, I've talked about before on my platform about like numerical numbers, like 222, 333, 444, 555, 666, 777, 888, 1010, 1212, 1111, all that good old stuff. Because at the end of the day, the universe is connected. So it's like certain things that you may see, it has a meaning, which goes back to the saying of everything happens for a reason, So here lately, I can only speak on myself. Use myself as an example, so that way when you come across it, or maybe you're coming across it at the same time I'm coming across it, and if that's the case, then it resonates with you right now, in regards to what I'm saying. But anyway, so I have been seeing 19 everywhere, just like I just seen 666. That's crazy. And 666 is not the devil's number. So don't come to me with that, because do your research and you'll figure out that 666 means something completely different. I ain't gonna get into that, but if y'all want me to do a video on that, I can do a video on that too. But anyway, so I've been seeing 19 everywhere. I've been seeing 912. That just came about. I see that every now and again. I'm still trying to figure out what does that mean, because that number means something to me personally. I've been seeing 1013 a lot. That number means something to me personally, so I kind of already know what that is in regards to. But back to 19. What else have I been seeing? Anyway, 19 is my month and birth date. And me seeing that number everywhere is basically like the universe, the highest power, God telling me that it's my time. Ain't nothing gonna stop it. And it's like I was hesitating even posting this video, because it's like people like to sabotage, but at the end of the day, what's meant for me gonna be for me, and that's gonna be regardless, because I'm making this informative video for somebody else who is seeing certain numbers repeatedly. It means something, and I need you to figure out exactly what it means, because angels talk to you that way, like your guardian angels, all the beautiful souls that's been taken away from this earth, and that their fleshly body is now resting in peace. They talk to you still, but it's from the spiritual realm. And I know this for a fact. I've talked about this before with certain people, but that's the reason why. Okay, so let me just touch bases on this. My parents are not here. My brother is not here. They all are gone. They are no more in the flesh. They are no more in this earthly realm. So they speak to me through other things. Like 7/6 is the birthday of my mom, and I see that a lot. It's like I'll be going through certain things and I'll see 7/6 multiple times, and then I'll see 7/4. 7/4 is a year that that's my dad's birth year, and I'll be going through certain things, or maybe it's the aftermath and it's the good reaping of what I was going through. Is that the good harvest of what I was just reaped? But anyway, so I would see that number. Moral of the story is, when you see certain numbers repeatedly, they're gonna repeat until you figure out what the meaning is. So make sure you figure out what the meaning is, because baby, we got missions to fulfill and purposes to do. So make sure that you're doing what you need to do so you can stay on your purpose, because when you on your purpose, when you're doing your purpose, you're gonna see those numbers. You're gonna see even words. You can see words repeatedly. Like, let me tell you something. One time I was driving, it was a Justin Timberlake song. That's how you know you're in alignment. So I was driving, this is longer than a quick talk, but I'm sorry. But anyway, I was driving, and basically I was hearing, so the same song that was playing in my car was also playing like exact word for word on that other person's car. I was like, yo, I mean, like, it wasn't on the radio type of thing. Like, I was on Pandora. They was on whatever they was on, I don't know. But they drove past, and it was at the same exact song, same exact part that it was at on the song. I said, what? just a lot of different things. But I'm gonna have to do maybe a part 2 to this. I say that all the time, but you know, different things gotta be divided into parts, because this is some very interesting information, and I know I'm not the only one that's going through it. So maybe somebody, they need to hear this right now. Obviously they do, because if not, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it right now. But believe you me, if you're seeing a certain number, it ain't got to be triple numbers. It can be double numbers. It can be one single number. But believe you me, until you figure out why you're seeing that number, you're going to keep on seeing that number. And even after you know why you're seeing that number, you still may continue to see that number. But at the end of the day, you're going to see it everywhere you go. Because it's communication. You're communicating with different things. And this is why I believe what I believe, because no matter who has passed away, no matter what loved one is not here no more, at the end of the day, they may not can verbally talk to you, but they're going to communicate with you. It's kind of like, when I say this, it reminds me, I don't pass where the hell I was going. Oh God. Anyway, talking, you know, this is just what happens. So I gotta turn back around. But anyway, what was I about to say? Oh, so this analogy that I'm giving you right now is the Hunger Games, and it kind of reminds me of what I'm talking about right now. And basically, you know how the Hunger Games is like, it was like basically the Hunger Games itself is like, it's like life, right? And then you had like, it was basically based on favoritism, for real. Whichever player they liked the most, or I guess whichever player had the most favor, which is the same thing I just said, but in different words. Anyway, so that's just what it is. And that's how I look at this, because I'm trying to figure out how to put this. So it's like, I look at death differently, which is why I can go through things and it obviously affects me, but I look at the bigger picture, because I guess you can say the more people that's taken from the physical then transformed to the spiritual, they have your back more, per se, you know? So hold on real quick. Anyway, so it's like, of course you don't want them to pass away or anything, of course, you know, but what I'm saying is there's always a different outlook on things. So let's say you had a few family members die within the last few years and whatnot. At the end of the day, yeah, it sucks if they're not physically here with you no more, but look at it like this. They're not here to suffer with you. They're in the spiritual room to actually help you move through the suffering. So, and that's how I look at it. So it's like, I think of it like the Hunger Games. They're up, they're wherever. They're your guardian angels, and they're just throwing you little tips here and there, trying to guide you in the way that you need to go, as long as you let them. As long as you let them. If you're not helping yourself, like I always say, then they can't help you. And it's just that simple. Because they can't do everything. It starts with you. And I'm going to leave it at that, baby, because I done reached my destination. All right, y'all. Have a good day.